keeping up with our motto, let learning be a joy and teaching a pleasure. Here we are with a remote teaching and learning process to bridge the gap. Happy learning, students!
A warm welcome to the students of Thakur Vidya Mandir High School and Junior College. Standard 5, Subject English Prose, Topic Lesson number 32, Helen Keller. Students, we are going to study about a very inspiring girl called Helen Keller in this lesson. Despite being blind as well as deaf, she learned to communicate and lived a normal life helping others. Her faith, determination, and spirit helped her to accomplish far more than many people expected. In fact, she won the admiration of famous figures from all over the world. Helen Keller faced many challenges in her life. She was deaf and blind. She couldn't communicate for several years. But with her determination, she achieved what she wanted. But it was not without her teacher, Anne Sullivan. Without her teacher, Helen would have roamed in darkness. She taught Helen new words through the finger spelling method, where she would introduce Helen to the world around her through the sense of touch by linking objects to certain hand movements. Let us read and understand lesson. In this lesson, we shall come to know the role of a devoted teacher in shaping a child's life. This is the story of a child who became completely deaf and blind before she had learned to talk. Because of her own courage and also that of her wonderful teacher, she learned to talk and write. She was able to go to school and college and to live a full and happy life. Helen was born in 1880 in a small town in the southern USA. At 18 months, when she was beginning to talk, she suddenly became terribly ill and very nearly died. When she recovered, she was completely deaf and blind. Dear students, Helen was not deaf and blind by birth. She became deaf and blind when she was 18 months old. It's very difficult for a deaf child to learn to talk. Most babies learn by hearing other people talking. But the deaf child cannot hear anyone, so how can she know what talking sounds like? Many deaf people learn to lip read and they become very clever at understanding what other people are saying by watching them. But Helen could not see what other people were doing. She remembered a few words she had known before she was ill. For instance, she went on calling water, wa, wa, but she had to make signs for most things. She would shake her head for no and nod for yes. A pull meant come and a push go. But of course, she could say very little like this and she depended entirely on other people. Yet Helen had an active mind and a clever brain and wanted to do and say everything any other child would. She wanted to get into terrible tempers when she could not explain what she meant or understand what others wanted. Then, when Helen was nearly 7, Anne Sullivan came to teach her and look after her. This clever and devoted teacher changed Helen's life. This paragraph says, deaf child cannot talk because they don't get to hear any words, so they can't talk. But Helen was knowing some of the words which she had learnt before her illness. Anne Sullivan, her teacher, herself had been nearly blind and had been at a school for blind people. There, Anne Sullivan had learnt the finger spelling method. She felt sure that this was the only way to talk to Helen and teach her to say what she wanted. Because Helen could not see her making the signs, she would spell the words onto her pupil's hand. Helen had become very sensitive to the feel of things, much more sensitive than most people are. She could soon tell the difference between the feel of one letter and another. Miss Sullivan gave Helen a doll, and when she gave it, she spelled the word DOLL onto Helen's hand. She did this with the names of other things such as CAKE cake, MUG mug. Helen obediently spelled them back, but she did not understand what it all meant. She soon grew bored and unhappy. She would not try any more, and poor Anne Sullivan did not know what to do next. The next paragraph of the lesson describes how the teacher taught Helen the new words. One day, Miss Sullivan took Helen outside the water pump. As the water spilled onto Helen's mug and overflowed on her hand, Miss Sullivan spelled WATER on her other hand. Suddenly, Helen's face lit up. She understood that water was the name of this cold, wet stuff, and it came to her in a flash that everything has a name. Touching her little sister, she spelled BABY, baby, which was one of the words Miss Sullivan had shown her. All that day and for days after, Helen darted from one place to the next, demanding that Miss Sullivan should spell their names for her. Darted means moving here and there. She became so excited she could hardly control herself. At last, words began to have a meaning for her. She then learned the names of actions as well as things: sit, stand, run, walk, and then description of the things and actions like hard, soft, quickly, slowly. From then on, she was able to learn as any other child does. Only Helen spelled words with her fingers instead of saying them aloud. Although she made noises, she still could not talk. Now that she had started to learn, Helen, with her quick brain and good memory, learned very fast indeed. She learned to spell words incredibly fast. As soon she and her beloved teacher could have long conversations. Whenever they went, Miss Sullivan described things to her and told her what people were saying. Helen soon learned to write on a special frame with ridges to keep the lines straight, and later she learned to type. She began to read Braille books. What is Braille book? Do you know what is Braille language, children? Braille is a system of reading and writing by touch used by the blind. It consists of arrangements of raised dots which make up letters of the alphabet. The next passage describes how Helen learned to talk. The next thing was to learn to talk aloud. For this, she had a special teacher who taught her how to move her lips and tongue. Helen quickly learned to talk and also to listen to people speaking by putting her sensitive fingers on their lips and throats. This meant that she could talk with people who did not know the finger spelling method, so long as they spoke distinctly. All this was hard work needing endless patience by both pupil and teacher and long practice. What do you mean by pupil? Pupil means student. In time, she could talk, read, and write, and even learn to speak French and German. Now Helen was determined to go to university and take a degree. When she was 20, she sat for the entrance examination of Radcliffe College, one of the best colleges in America. The papers were set in braille and she typed her answers. Of course, she could not read what she had written. She had to take a chance that she had made no mistakes. She had no difficulty in passing the examination and entering Radcliffe. What is Radcliffe, children? It is the best college in America. Miss Sullivan was with Helen all through her time at the university. In the end, this girl, who at 7 had lived in a dark world, unable to hear or speak, won high university honors. Throughout her life, she helped other blind people to find courage. She traveled all over the world, inspiring everyone by her example. Helen Keller lived to a ripe old age of 88. She passed away in 1968. What did we learn from this lesson, students? Yeah, we learned that nothing is impossible. We can do anything we want to do if we stick to it long enough. Of course, Helen Keller is an inspiring character. She inspired the whole world. Her life is a story of courage, patience, and struggle. Let us learn some language skills. In this lesson, we have come across some words like courage, patience, dedication, etc. What are these words? What parts of speech they stand for? These are the names given to the quality. Courage means it is the name given to human quality. Patience, this is also the name given to the quality. So, the name given to the quality, they are said to be abstract nouns. So, courage, patience, and dedication are abstract nouns. Let us learn some adverbs too. What are adverbs? Adverbs modifies verbs, adjectives, and even other adverbs. Let me quote a sentence from your textbook. She suddenly became terribly ill. I told you what are adverbs. Adverbs modifies verbs and adjectives. So in this sentence, suddenly modifies the verb became and terribly modifies the word ill, which is adjective. So both suddenly and terribly are adverbs in this sentence. Have you heard of homophones, children? Yes, homophones means same sounding words with different spellings and different meanings. There is a sentence in your textbook in this lesson. She won high university honors. She won, W-O-N, won. Have you heard the word, same sounding word? Yes, it is O-N-E. WON and ONE1 are homophones because they sound the same but their meaning and spellings are different. Let us learn some more words in the next session, children. Thank you. See you soon.